Oh, they're reprinting Unstoppable. This is a promo for Razor Suilen. So this was this went for like 1,500 yen a piece. Because it was also promo before, so now they're reprinting it in the next volume of the magazine as well. Oh, Victor! Finally! Oh, he looks so good. Oh, shit. Finally, they show the Victor art.
Yeah, we didn't see Victor last time, right?
Oh, finally they showed it. Finally they showed Victor. Last minute theory for Gredora. We think that it seals opponent circles. At least I think it seals opponent's circles.
That's a weird guess, actually.
Yeah. Oh, the Victor art looks so good, actually. Oh, thank God. He actually looks really good. Shiranu too. I love the sleeves. I like when they do like silver or white border around the art.
Generally, like, yeah, it's really clean.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alright, here comes the cards. Here come the cards. Okay, new promos coming. Okay, Angel Feather. So, put this unit into your soul, act Rigor Circle. Then you choose a card. Tefuda no unit card. Okay, put one unit card from your hand into your damage zone. And switch it with a card in your damage zone. So, but it's a named once per turn. But it's basically just like, put it into the soul, switch a card from hand, and damage. Then the Shadow Paladin one says, when discarded from your hand during your turn, search your deck, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put one card into the drop zone, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's pretty cool. Second skill is drop zone. If this card was put into the bind zone from your drop zone by your Claret Sword Dragon's ability, then you can choose. If you have 7 cards, 7 grade 1s or more in your bind zone, then you may put. This card counts as 7 grade 1s.
7 cards! 7 cards!
This one card counts as 7 cards. Holy shit. That's so big for Claret Sword. Wow.
Whoa! Whoa! One card counts as 7 cards? What?
That's insane for Claret. Wow. Okay, let's read the Murakumo. Vanguard Circle, when placed, count must 1. From your deck, find a unit that is the same name as one of your units, and call it to Vanguard Circle, and then shuffle your deck. So just copy something. Count must 1 when you write it to copy something. And then Vanguard Circle during your turn. If you placed another unit with the same name as this unit gains 10k. I guess it's...
You can copy him with the grade 2, actually. Copy his name.
Yeah. Also, it's good for Hyuga, I guess.
Yeah.
For Hyuga, this is more power, but that's it.
Oh, wait a second. The second skill is...
The Shadow one is so good.
Yeah, the Shadow one is good. Murakumo one...
It's
It
okay.
has the same name as him, right?
Yeah, as him.
So, Hyuga gets the same name as the Hyuga.
Yeah. So he gets the 10k basically. But the Shadow card, oh my god. One card counts as 7.
One card counts as 7 cards.
Yeah, so basically, his skill is in the drop zone. So it's the timing when you would bind him for Claret Sword's ability.
Yeah.
But you already have to have 7 cards. So basically, it just lets you do Claret Sword a second time. That's what it's for. Or a third time, depending on what else. Insane for premium. Yeah, because the premium Shadow Paladin Stride copies the Vanguard's, the grade 3's ability. So this is really good for premium Claret too. DP card, let me read it. When it is boosted at the end of the battle it attacked. Oh, if you have a Cosmic Hero Vanguard, Soul Blast 1 and stand this unit. Oh my god. Oh, that's really good for Gallop. That's Gallop support. His name is Heru Taiga. So his skill is, after the end of the battle he was boosted. If you have a Cosmic Hero Vanguard, Soul Blast 1 to stand him. Not once per turn. But he has to be boosted, so his boost needs to stand as well. Wow. Okay, Dark Regulars, Rearguard Circle. Retire this unit, and then choose an opponent's rearguard, retire it, and then soul charge 2. I guess you trade 1 for 1, because you have to retire your own. Aqua Force 1 is Vanguard Circle. When you write it, discard 1, draw 1. And then Rearguard Circle. If the opponent's power
Is different.
If the opponent's Vanguard's power is different from the current power, This
You can
unit
boost
can...
from the back.
Oh, it can attack from the back row.
Attack from back.
Yeah.
But it didn't gain power, so...
Yeah, I guess it's like... When you use Revon, this would be the first attack, I guess, while they're on like...
Yeah.
While they're on 8 or 7. Fighters Selection? What the fuck? This is something new. So Fighter Selection has 10 packs of VBTO 8 and 10 packs of VBTO 9, as well as one special pack.
Wait, what? So you get like... It's like the mix of 2 boxes into 1 pack.
Yeah. So it's just a set, it just has 20 packs in it, or 21 packs I guess. Interesting. Yeah, this is for the people that, like, can't find the products anymore because they're so popular. Interesting, I guess.
That's very interesting. I never... That's the first time they did it.
First time they did this, yeah. He said he's gonna take his time to reveal them because they're important cards. New gimmick is... This is Cradle.
Cradle.
It's called a Gredora marker.
Yeah, it's like...
Okay,
It's like dark. I don't know how to read this report
that's
actually.
it. When the Cradle marker... The unit that is on top of the Cradle marker
Lost its original power.
cannot boost or
And it
intercept.
cannot boost or intercept. And second one, the unit is Yamafura.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what? When the unit is retired, it has to search for same unit,
Same grade.
same. Oh no, same grade. Unit 同じグレード1万円。Ah, you have to search one for the same grade, show it, and put it into your hand.
Yeah, so the unit that has a Cradle marker loses the original skill, reduced power by its original power, so it goes to 0, and it cannot boost or intercept. And when the unit...
It's kind of fine.
Yeah, it's like Lock basically. Oh my god, Darkface.
Oh no, I mean lock, not bind.
Yeah. Vanguard Rearguard Circle, when placed, discard 1, and put a Cradle marker on an opponent's rearguard.
Circle.
Yeah. No, choose... Oh, you have to choose an empty circle.
Oh, you have to search. Oh yeah.
You have to do it in an empty circle. And then second skill, when it attacks the Vanguard on Vanguard Rearguard Circle, count +1, and put a Cradle marker on an opponent's rearguard. Oh no, you choose an opponent's rearguard, retire it, and put the... And for each grade of the retired unit, he gains plus 5k power. Oh my god, so you retire units, and you also, like, lock other circles.
You have to retire the unit which is on the cradle.
Oh yeah, you have to retire the unit with the Cradle marker. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and then retire it. And for each of grade of that unit, this unit gets 5k.
Yeah. Okay, this one is Sticky Bolas. Vanguard Rearguard, when placed, count +1. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Find a Dark Face. Find 2 different named Dark Faces from among the top 6, up to 2, and add them to your hand. And then shuffle your deck. Rearguard Circle, when it attacks, Soul Blast 1. And for each of your opponent's Cradle markers, the Cradle rearguards that are on top of Cradle markers, for that battle, this unit gets plus 6k. If this unit has 20k or more power, draw 1. What the fuck? What is this deck? This is Lock.
That's very interesting. Like, how many Cradle can you put? Actually, it says 2k or 20k.
Yeah, the VR, there she is. Once per turn, Vanguard Circle act. Count +1, and put a... Oh, you choose 2 opponents' rearguard circles. No, choose 2 of the opponent's rearguards where there is no Cradle marker, and put the Cradle markers there.
Yeah.
And then when she attacks on Vanguard Circle, you retire one of your own You retire 1 rearguard, and then any rearguard. It can be the opponent's 2. And then you look at...
grade 3.
Yeah, you call it to rearguard circle, shuffle your deck, and then... Yeah, if you called 1 for that...
This unit and that unit.
Yeah! Oh my god.
What the fuck? What? Whoa. What is this? It's like when I play against the XL time. So basically, every each front row you can put one there.
Yeah. Oh my god. What the hell?
Like especially like Pale Moon. Maybe I'm not sure actually Pale Moon has empty field right now, but like Grand Blue and some of the other clients they don't have front units there.
Yeah, like also. Yeah, okay.
Kami doesn't have front row too because you put it into soul after you attack. Draw card.
Yeah, unless you keep your like chaturas and stuff at the front. Oh my god.
And also Gredora can put on the circle I think heavy units too.
Yes, Gredora puts it like that, yeah, on the units that are occupied.
And then puts a dark face.
So then...
Yeah, so put another one. Oh, you have to put on it.
Oh, you have to put where the units are on.
Oh, you turn on, not empty.
Ah, okay.
Ah, no, then didn't work on the.
Ah, okay. So she gains plus 12. No, plus 18. Plus 18, yeah. So now you can draw 1 because it's more than 20.
Ah, so you have to put with the field has a unit instead of not.
Ah, okay, we misread it. Okay, we'll read it again after this.
Yeah,
We need to talk about this. That's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you can only put it on where there are units on, then... Okay, so when you retire, the Cradle marker also goes away, but then the Cradle marker has a skill.
But then the opponent has to search one card, right? Opponent has to go.
Yeah, it's on the unit, not on the circle. That's right, that's right. It doesn't go to the circle, it goes to the unit. So it's like a sticky web on the unit.
Sticky bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call that... That was from the old premium combo too. From last year, remember?
Yeah.
So now you can restand a rearguard thanks to his ability. So this stands that one, who has a lot of power. She gained like what, plus 18? So she's 27.
That was a premium combo. Actually, the stride action can search for.
Yeah.
Go from deck to the field, and now she's doing that too.
Oh my god.
So last one. Game power again.
Oh, he's gonna do some Q&A. Let's see. Okay, so... Can the unit on top of the Cradle marker stand? And can it attack? Oh, can it move and can it attack? Yes, it can. It will stand. And it can also move around and attack, but it has like 0 power. So it just loses the abilities, but it can stand. And then second one is if the unit has imaginary gift force on it, does it become 10,000 power? Yes, it will have the plus 10,000 power because it loses its original. It loses its power, but
the only original power.
Yeah, so like the force marker still adds it. Yeah, it only loses the original power, not the added power. So yeah, he said like a unit with 9,000 base power loses 9,000, but if it has the force, it still gains the force.
I need to read the second skill. Wait, it just says who's searching the card.
Let's find out in a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, if you retire the unit with the Cradle marker. Oh, do the retire skills activate? No, they don't, because it doesn't have any skills.
Oh.
If you call a unit on top of the circle where the Cradle marker is called, does the unit count as retired? Yes, it does.
So you can overcall to do the retire.
Yeah, you can overcall them.
You can overcall those skills.
So it's not really luck, okay. Oh, so it's the side that is controlling the Cradles that searches the deck?
Yeah, that's
so it's the Megacolony player? Yeah, it's the Megacolony player that searches, yeah. Wow, that's even better. So you draw even more cards. Wow.
So basically in premium I can search for... If I'm playing the grade 1 perfect card, I can search for perfect card if I retire grade 1.
Yes. Yeah, it basically turns the unit into a spider kind of like web. Alright, next week we're getting Gaia Emperor as well as Gyropyros. Ro for Paris and Regiodon. So that's gonna be that's Tochikaze next week. Did they show Zero News? Not really. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I still have the old deck. So.
I can bring you back next week as well. Yes.
Damn, like this set I have 3 decks.
Yeah. Yeah, you attach the Cradle to the rear. Not to the rear guard circle, but to the rear guard itself. Interesting. Yeah.
So basically it's like a spider web.
Yeah.
And you web the opponent units.
Yeah, it's not as annoying as I thought either, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to have a unit then. Oh, damn. Some decks you can't play against.
Yeah, like Grand Blue just...
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, Grand Blue just eats its own field. So, you basically just like... Yeah, counter-1, retire opponents, like... Well, thing is, you can still retire the Sweeper, Crocantos, and all those skills, because you can give the units that say they cannot be retired by an effect, you can just give them the Cradle marker and they lose their effects. So you can still retire them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can still get rid of them, so that's fine. Yeah, because the Cradle marker takes away all the abilities. So yeah, the summary is that Cradle markers take away abilities and power, and they cannot intercept or boost, but they can still attack with 0 power. And you can also can't give them to Vanguard, it's only to rear guards it seems. And when you retire, or the opponent, let's say you keep all the Cradle markers in the opponent's field, right? Because these aren't until end of turn, these stay for as long as they're there. So if the opponent wants to put like normal units again, they have to call over them, or retire them. So then, even in the opponent's turn when they retire them, the Megacolony player will still search. Because it says just whenever you would retire the unit with the marker on it, you search. Night Rose has to retire their unit, so you still draw, don't you? Yeah, but Night Rose doesn't leave a board open. If Night Rose goes first, she finishes her turn with no units on the board. It's interesting. It's gonna be good against some stuff. It's just the only decks that are actually... that it's not good against is Night Rose and Lukier. Because Lukier always cleans up her board, and Night Rose always retires her board.
Narukami also doesn't have a feel right now. Some of the decks...
No, Narukami usually... Now they had to take out some of the cards that... Because before you would play the Grade 2 Zuitan that goes into Soul, and you also play Jaggy Shot, the Grade 3 that goes into Soul. But now a lot of people drop the Zuitan to play Death Scythe, so you can fight against the Force matchups. So then you have more rear guards still on the board. And always your back row always stays, usually.
Yeah,
so it's...
right.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, the official Vanguard Twitter, the English official Twitter, always posts the translations immediately, so you can always find them there. But yeah. But she seems good. I mean, it's an interesting mechanic. It just interrupts your opponent while letting you draw more cards. So, like, against... It's just that against Messiahs, like, I guess they have to attack with empty... but wait. The self-lock in Messiahs is always the unit with that ability. So, in standard Messiahs at least. So the only way that Messiahs can get over that is with Alter Ego's skill to call from drop zone. So basically... but wait. When Alter Ego Messiah uses his skill to call 2 cards from drop zone is locked, he has to call them on... Like, if he wants to retire the units that are occupied with these Cradle markers, he has to call on top of them. So they're still retired and you still get to search. And then they call them as locked.
Right. Yeah,
so you still get to search. Because if you put a Cradle marker on the units that self-lock, like the Grade 4 or the Lady Fencer, they will still... they have to lock from their own skill, but the Cradle marker takes away their skill, so they can't self-lock anyway.
You have the order, right? You have the order to lock one of the unit. Yeah. Oh no, that's unlock.
That's the unlock.
Yeah, the order was unlock.
Yeah. Search the Grade 4, yeah. Sadly, Megacolony doesn't have any Grade 4s in the main deck. Oh man. Yeah. That's interesting. It's a cool mechanic. It's pretty cool. It took me a little bit to understand everything, especially the cost.
No, but you can use the Grade 4 to gain power, actually.
Yeah, true. When you retire the Grade 4, you gain a lot of power on the other Dark Phase. How hot is Gredora 1 to 10 in terms of looks?
In terms of looks?
Yeah.
100 out of 10.
Oh my god, he's dedicated. He's dedicated to Gredora. Yeah. In terms of voice, she's 1,000 out of 10. The voice actress is too good.
That's good.
But you're saying?
But I think after Nairo's skill, you still have 2 units on the field, right? You retire like
Nairo's skill says you retire anything that boosts or attacks.
anything that boosts or attack. Oh yeah, then
So
you
it's
don't have
nothing.
anything.
Yeah, Navigator, haha. You can't use Navigator early because there's one Grand Blue card that like people in the English community are using more called Navigator, which says rest 2 of your own rear guards and put the top 5 cards of your deck into your drop zone. So you mill faster and you set up your drop zone faster. But the you have to call, like, you want to call that card on like turn 1 or turn 2 to start milling. But now they can put the Cradle marker on Navigator, so maybe Grand Blue will go back to not using Navigator again after Gredora. It's pretty interesting. It seems, it's like how strong it will be will depend on whether the most popular decks need their board or not. What's also nice is that you can still use like the Mantis and the Hornet, the grade 1 and the grade 2 that look at top 7 for a grade 3 from the first set of Megacolony. Like those will still be good to search these. Like whenever the unit with the Cradle marker is retired, whether it's by overcalling or by an effect or whatever, it will be so it'll always count as a retire unless you bounce the cards back with the Cradle marker or you like self-lock the cards with the Cradle marker. But at least in standard Messiahs, there aren't many cards that can self-lock a target unit. So they can self-lock themselves or self-lock a card from your hand or from your drop zone, but not a card that is already on the field. So, or put into soul, yeah. Oh yeah, right. Put into soul. So Luke here can just ignore it and just put them back in, and then just, it doesn't actually work because they're not retired. They're put into soul. Or bind as well.
Also this card, you don't have to rewrite actually. You can just stay with 1.
Yeah, that's true. You just rewrite if you need another protect, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it. Or bind, yeah. If you bind like for Gear Chronicle, if you bind your own rear guards, you can choose a rear guard with a Cradle marker, and then it will not. It will not.
It has some quite a lot of downsides too. Yeah.
No, Gredora is an act. It's not on place, so you can stay on her.
Act, so yeah.
It's kind of a control deck, yeah.
It's not like the old one. What's the last deck called? Gunning Colio. Yeah, it's not like Gunning Colio. Like you gain a lot of hands, you still have some attacks. Quite a lot of attacks actually.
Yeah.
Attacks. It's really like defensive. No, it's not that defensive. It's sort of defensive.
You just it's your deck thinning. You're searching your deck and you just want, like, you search your deck so much that hopefully all that is left is just triggers and then you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting attacks.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you can search Antlion for finish or Hell Demise for more attacks. Yeah. Keep in mind that she searches the grade 3 out immediately, so you can just find the Antlion and just win. Did they get more than 3 attacks? Yes. Gredora makes a 4th attack. So when Gredora attacks, she retires one of your own rear guards to call another rear guard. To call a grade 3 from your deck. So you can either search the Hell Demise to restand one of your rear guards, or you can search a like the Antlion to guard restrict and gain a crit and power.
Yeah, actually, like Megacolony right now has a lot of cards to actually search for grade 3. The old Machini, there are 2 cards of the old Machini also doing the searching grade 3.
Yeah. You also will get the new grade 1. Like every deck has the grade 1 that says when you place it, look at top 5 for grade 3. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So if anything, there's maybe too much. There needs like to be like a recycle, a way to return them back to the deck. Yeah, Hornet searches, Mantis searches, Gredora searches, the grade 1 will search. It's a lot. They really tried to, but I like that with Gredora's skill, they really tried to kind of like replicate her stride skill in a way. I would have kind of liked that they made it like a lock in a way, so it just says like just put the Cradle marker in the rear guard circle, you can't call anything there. Like just make it a lock, you know. But
yeah, this definitely has to be tested, but
yeah. Because there's a lot of good grade 3s, and I'm sure they're gonna put even more good support into this.
Yeah.
CB1 Lock 2. Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. It's very different. Very different.
It's very different, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Alright. Good stuff.